Hey guys, so I'm actually on my way to a different Best Buy, also in my neighborhood, that I'm going to be picking up a Gigabyte 6600 XT. Since you saw my other video that I returned the XFX because they were more expensive and the Gigabyte seems to be priced a little bit more affordable for me, and that's why I'm going. I love taking this route going to this Best Buy because just look at the scenery, like the ocean, the bridge. Pretty peaceful right before the storm that's going to be coming here tomorrow. 3 to 5 inches of snow supposedly. Hey guys, welcome back. So yeah, you just saw that little clip that I was driving on the shoreline of the ocean. I don't actually know what ocean that is. I will have to look that up. It's actually that bridge that you saw was the Verrazano Bridge. That is one of the other Best Buy that I normally drive to, which has a great scenery. I usually take that route, especially when there's no traffic. But I did run into some congestion right before that exit of where the Best Buy is supposed to be. So I exited off a little early. And what I went to Best Buy today to pick up was this Gigabyte card. Since you watched my last video, you guys know that I returned my XFX 6600 XTs because they were practically over $100 more than what one of these cards go for. I did learn something new while I was at the Best Buy. I never realized this, but I always wondered, if you ever go on the Best Buy website, which I'm going to show you guys right now, there's always two different Gigabyte cards that are, 6600 XT gaming OC 8 gigabytes and so on and whatever, right? And this one sells for $549.99. When I bought my first 3 Gigabyte cards all together, I paid the $549.99. It was fine. And then at another time, I ended up buying this other card that went for $579.99. And I know for the longest time, and I sort of knew this, but it went past my mind when I was actually at the Best Buy. So when I was there, he had the box on the counter. I'm going to show a picture because I think I took a picture of it. I was like, can I get a price check on this, or a price match? Sorry. So he was like, yeah, of course. I was like, yeah, it's coming from Best Buy from your own website. And he was like, really? He was standing there and looking at it. I was looking at it. He was like, yeah, everything looks identical. Like, what's the difference between the two? And I'm like, I don't know, but can we match this price? So he was like, yeah, but it's a different SKU number, which didn't make sense. So that went on for like a few minutes, and then he called the manager, which happened to just walk by. He looked at it and he goes, oh, this one is a Pro and the other one isn't. The $549 is not a Pro and the $579.99 is a Pro. And I'm like, holy cow. Why? When I kept on, the guy looked at it, I looked at it, and we kept looking at it, and then I realized, I was like, OC Pro. And then the other box that I have, which I have up right now, it doesn't have the Pro. So I come back and I do my own research, and lo and behold, I'm looking at it, right? So this is the R6600. See, it doesn't even tell me which one is the Pro and which one is not. It just says GPU comparison with benchmark. Let's see, 6600 OC 8 gig versus gaming OC Pro. So this one is the Pro and this one is not. So let's go down the specs, right? Everything is identical. Everything is identical. We look at here, memory speed. So what really matters for Ethereum mining is the memory clock, right? Memory speed. And here it's identical. So basically it makes no difference so far as mining. But where it does come into play, and this is right here. Can you see this? The Pro, which I'm paying $49, $59, $60, $30 more for a 1% increase on the boost clock, and this average game clock is a plus 3%. Does that even justify this 1 and 3% on this card that going to be mining Ethereum? Really, it doesn't. But the fact that it was in stock, and I'm trying to just fill up this whole rack with Gigabyte card, the 6600 XTs, there is maybe half of them or 3 of them are non-pros, and there's one that is a Pro because I have 4 of them sitting in there. So this would be 5th one. So there's 2 pros now and 3 non-pros. I mean, you can see right now it's basically just, it has to do with the clock speed. Now for the $30, honestly, I would rather not pay for that and just get the non-pro. But of course, I haven't seen the non-pro in stock as often as the Pro card, which kind of sucks. But on the flip side, because you probably saw my last video, which I'll link up on top, is that this was the XFX that I returned. It's $559. This was $549. So obviously you can see that's a whole $110 more, but this one is $579. So it's still not $100 less, but it's still a significant amount. There's a huge difference, especially considering that they are all running on 6600 XTs. I just didn't justify paying that extra cost for an XFX. That's the reason why I returned the 3 that I purchased and instead opted for the Gigabyte cards. Now, if I had another choice, I would choose the non-Pro, because right now the Pro specs just doesn't do any favors for me, especially while mining Ethereum. Now, the base clock or the clock speed and the boost clock and all the other good stuff, it's probably more if I was actually using it for gaming opposed to mining. I'm just getting what I can get right now. You know, it's decent. I'll use it for now. I am happy with them. So I'm probably gonna look for a couple more. Like I said, there's 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8. I got 3 more I can probably utilize to fill up the rest of that, even though there is a Hellbound right now, which I'll probably just relocate over to this side of the house on this little wooden rack, and we'll go from there. So that's pretty much my update right now. Wanted to get out to the Best Buy. As you can see, when I was driving on that bridge, and I'll show it again, this is right before the snowstorms that's supposed to be coming to New York City, that we're supposed to be getting like 3 to 5 inches. So we'll see how that works out. Luckily, I went to pick it up. I got there pretty quickly, especially mid-afternoon, not a lot of traffic. So guys, if you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again really soon. And my next video will be popping this guy in to this rack and seeing what specs. Now I probably want to really see the difference, if there is any, between the pros and the non-pros with this card in particular, and I'll let you guys know on my next video. Thanks for being here. Bye.